Hi, this is Al-Lami from Big Smoke Cigar, Kuwait. Today we are in the province of Pinar del Rio, in the area exactly of plantation, visiting the plantation San Juan Martinez, and exactly in the farm they call for Edgar Martinez. We'll take a tour and show you what they're gonna plant, or they plant the wrappers and plant the binders, or sorry, the fillers. All the details I will give you on the other part of the video. See you later on.
It's time of harvesting and recollecting tobacco. We have both styles of cultivation. We have shade-grown tobacco and we have sun-grown tobacco, okay? The shade-grown tobacco, it's only grown in the region of Vuelta Abajo, where we are situated. Vuelta Abajo, it is the finest cigar tobacco growing land in the world. What makes Vuelta Abajo very special, it is the soil, that the pH is not so high, it's neutral from 5 to 7. The daylight temperatures, the microclimate that we have in the region, that the daylight temperatures are going to be between 24, 25, 18, 17, 22, and the night temperatures are going to be 14, 15, 16, and so. The experience, which is the most important, it is given by the producer, will be or will make Vuelta Abajo the golden triangle of tobacco business, okay? We have here 6 hectares and we plant around 160, 150 until 210,000 plants every year, okay? Most of the tobacco, all the tobacco that we produce, of course, it goes to Tabacuba or Habanos Incorporated to make those premium cigars most of you like to enjoy while doing a cigar, okay? So we grow 2 styles of cultivation, and as I told you, shade-grown tobacco will be producing tobacco leaves for the wrapper of the famous cigars, okay? Of course, the shelter, the filter or the tissue, it's a filter of sunlight. We have less sun and more humidity, so the plants are going to search the sunlight. They are going to be much taller, but the leaves at the same time are going to be more elastic and pliable for the wrapper of the cigars. And tobacco that grows in the sun will be mainly used for the filler of the cigars. Okay?
Okay.
Nos vamos para el español ahora. No hay problema.
Thank you, no problem. This is
Le decía que teníamos 2 estilos de cultivo, el tabaco de tapado y el tabaco de sol. El tabaco de tapado, lógicamente, and then after 40, 50 days we start to pick up tobacco from the plants. While growing tobacco, we have to cut side shoots, cut the blossoms, in order to concentrate the energy on the leaves and not in the flowers. We don't need the flowers. For that, we have a Tobacco Research Institute of Cuba who will provide the baby plants or the seeds, especially for the region that we are growing. But while growing tobacco, we have to pick up the leaves from bottom to top. The first recollection of the sun-grown tobacco leaves, this tobacco is not very good for cigars, but it's very special for the minis, okay? Because the leaves are so tiny. Later we start 3 leaves every 5 days. Then after 5 days, 3 more leaves. Why we do it like this? Because in the same plant, we have different classes of the leaves, which according to its position in the plant related to the sunbeams, they are going to determine flavor, taste, intensity, and aroma into the cigar. The bottom leaves are going to be, medium, light flavor, mainly for the combustibility of the cigar. In the middle we have medium flavor, the leaves which are going to be used for the aroma of the cigar. Close to the end, close to the top, we have full flavor for the strength of the cigar. And in the upper part, we have medio tiempo, a very rare leaf to be found, which is uniquely found in a blend of the cigars like Bejiques, 52, 54, and 56. So, in the shade-grown tobacco, from middle to the top, even they are covered, they receive more sun, we have the leaf which are going to be used for the darker color wrappers, and from the middle to the bottom, the leaf which are going to be used for the lighter color wrappers. The color of the wrapper do not determine the flavor of the cigar, except when we have a reserve, a great reserve, a limited edition, but it contributes little to the flavor of the cigar. Of course, it stands as an ultimate symbol of the cigar perfection. Okay? So we pick up tobacco from the fields we bring it up to the drying barns. And in the drying barn, we have most of the time women working inside here. Women are going to use a needle and a thread to string together the leaves in a sequence operation, hanging on a pole, one to the left, one to the right, one to the left, one to the right, like this, you see? While hanging here, they will lose water. They will change its color progressively from green to yellow, from yellow to golden brown. Time of drying depends on the sort and variety of leaf we are drying inside here. I just tell you to remember that the upper leaves of the plant are always needing more time for drying, for fermenting, for aging. All the process will be longer because they are richer in oils, richer in some other substances. So, for you to have an idea, a woman that works inside the drying barns, once we pick tobacco and we bring it here, they can do every day between 40, 60, and even 100 poles of this. If it is sun-grown tobacco, we have 220 leaves in the poles. If it is shade-grown tobacco, we have 120 leaves in the poles. So that gives you an idea, my friends, that a woman who works here in the farm, they can touch every day between 10 to 12,000 leaves while doing their job. Okay? So that's why they are more patient to do it. Is required. Okay? Then later, after the first fermentation, what do? We sell tobacco to the government in flexible prices according to the quality of your crop. You have Tabacuba, you have Cuba tobacco, you will sell tobacco, and then this tobacco will go to a second fermentation process for 15 days. They moist it only with pure water, no additives. Some people still say that they use honey, vanilla, chocolate, which is not true. In Cuba, we don't do it, my friends. It's pure tobacco. So the flavor you may find in tobacco, very sweet. I will explain you later on where it comes from. But we don't use any additives. They make the second fermentation. It goes to a sorting and grading room where tobacco leaves are going to be classified into a bewildering array of 50 different categories. They classify it by size, by color, by texture. Just the best of them are going to be used for habanos. The ones which are no good, they can be used for some other purposes. Pipe tobacco, national consumption, cigarillos, whatever, but not for the very good cigars. So, then later, they air tobacco. They take the central nerve of the leaves away in the sorting and grading room. If it is for the medio tiempo, if it is for the ligero, they take the central nerve half, 50% of the leaves. If it is for the binder, only 30% of the leaf, they take the central nerve. Then it goes later to a third fermentation. This third fermentation may reach even 120 days for the medio tiempo, 90 days for the full flavor, 45, 60 days for the medium flavor, and only 25 days for the bottom leaves of the plant. And then the last they do in the warehouses, in the sorting and grading room, is to make some packages of 45, 50 kilos that they will write outside every detailed information of the tobacco is inside there. They write every detailed information, and like this, they will be stored in a warehouse for minimum of aging 2 years, the leaves of the top, and 9 months, the leaves of the bottom. But the longer, my friends, the better. That's why we have a process we call extra aging that benefits tobacco, like it benefits a good whiskey, a good rum, a good cognac, and the older it becomes, it loses tannin, and it increases the level of sugar. That's why they provide a very aromatic, distinctly flavor in a cigar. So when you store a cigar, 9, 5, 6 years, cigars will be increasing the sugar level 8, 10%. When you age tobacco for 15 years, then it increases even 16, 18% of sugar level. I have never tried it, but some expert says that when you try a cigar after 20 years being kept in a humidor, they even reach 28% of sugar level. That's where the sweetness of this beautiful tobacco is coming from, but no additives at all. In general, to finish in English, 500 manual tasks are performed, more of them. More than 500 manual tasks are performed between the agricultural to the manufacturing process of a cigar until the resting place into the box. Okay? If it would be possible to grow tobacco in Europe because of the climate, because of the weather, we are very sorry, but it will be impossible because the handwork will be too expensive. Okay? Good for the English one? Yeah. Si se utiliza el tercio de agua, se va a utilizar, que es la barcaza que suelta para las hojas de la cama. Si es para la base de adentro, lo que llamamos tripa, se va a utilizar el saco. Porque el saco de yute permite más. La hoja de la palma. La hoja de la palma es más hermética. Se aguanta un poco más la humedad, ¿entiendes? Y entonces la capa necesita estar un poco más húmeda. Porque la capa, claro, la capa tiene un proceso diferente. No tiene tres fermentaciones, tiene solamente una fermentación de 25.
This is the way for the plantation. This upstairs you can see a flag and it's written. And this is the way. It's a stair going up. And up to the plantation here. And you see so many acres of tobacco, and we are waiting for the guide to show us the details of this plantation. This is the second stage. After the nursery, they will put the tobacco here, and you can see so many start of that, and also I can show you there the second part. See, all this tobacco is being blended. Nice. Beautiful. Tobaccos. All around. The flower. This is the flower of a tobacco leaf. You can see that's the flower. You can see the flower there. They let them grow to take a big leaf around. Yeah, I saw one time. It's very nice. See this here are all the beautiful tobacco leaves. Very nice. Amazing.
Send it directly to the house, the barn house, for the drying process and fermentation process we saw before. So this is specific plantation because there are other tobacco plantations of a different quality that they dry part of the plantation, part of the harvest, part in the sunlight, and then part inside those barn houses. But this one specifically, this quality tobacco plantation goes directly to to the barn houses. So there's no way that these plants will be, after the harvest, these leaves will be in the sun. That's not possible. Okay, the size of the plant is controlled when the first blooming, when the first flowers appear. That's the right moment to cut the higher level, the tip of the plant. And that's the size, the maximum size of the plant for this kind of plantation. And of course, all the energy goes to the leaves, so the leaves grows wider and softer.
Dice que cuando le quitaste la yema, él lógicamente ya en ocasiones lo que hace las hojas en ensanchar y tiene la misma cantidad de mancuerna que usted, o sea, de hoja que usted le quitó el botón.
They said
Ya está de botón.
until the tobacco leaf gets flowered, they cut it and to keep
No, lo que hace es eliminar la yema terminal.
string
Ya cuando
for
usted elimina la yema terminal, ya él
plant.
lógicamente no va a tener semilla. Quiere decir que ya la hoja hasta...
The best time for planting the tobacco plantations is November, December. In this area, for this kind of a specific kind of plants. And the harvest start 45 after the plantation. They plant the
So it takes
little
45
plants.
days to get to the full growth that you're going to cut.
Yes. Pero un momento, ustedes plantan, no la semilla, sino la plantilla.
La plántula, que se hace un semillero.
¿Y cuánto tiempo dura desde la semillero hasta la plántula?
Bueno, el semillero aproximadamente 40 días para tú arrancar la plántula de 13 a 15 centímetros. Y viene aquí al campo y la planta.
This is something interesting. First they plant the seeds. And it takes around 40 days, 45 days to obtain a little plant like this.
in the nursery.
And then
They
the
transfer
plant is
it.
around 10-15 centimeters. They are ready to be planted in the field, in the final field, right here. And then you have to wait 45 more days. So let's say maximum, since you plant the seeds, 90 days. That means 3 months. Okay?
Okay, after harvesting, how long it stays the land without growing until the next season? After the harvesting and they cultivate the land, how stays settled for the next harvest? 1 year?
¿Qué se hace con el campo después que se demuele que se hace la cosecha y se limpia el campo, se demuele toda la plantación anterior?
Se hace sembrar cultivo mejorador de suelo, ¿ves? ¿Para qué? Para que este tiempo esa masa verde se incorpore y mejorar la estructura del suelo, los contenidos de materia orgánica del suelo, ¿eh?
Hasta el próximo año.
Hasta el próximo año.
O sea, no se usa para otro tipo de cultivos de ciclo corto o nada.
No, en caso de las vegas finas no se usa, ¿ves? Se cuida mucho, lo que se hace es proteger con cultivos mejoradores de suelo.
Okay, in this specific case of this really good area for tobacco, the best in the world, the best in Cuba, and of course the best in the world, they do use the field after the harvest for ordinary or regular plantations of different crops.
Okay,
No,
resting.
they protect it, they let it rest, but they plant specific, how can I say, specific varieties of other plants that will enrich the
Like corn and others?
of the soil with nitrogen and different.
Example of a plant.
Exactly, like sorgo, maybe corn.
Yeah.
Pueden sembrar frijoles también.
Frijol terciopelo,
Yeah, some kind of
canabalia,
beans that will add more nitrogen and different nutrients to the land. I mean to the soil to enrich the quality of the and protect the quality of the soil.
Hi, you can see this is the flower here. This is the top. They will cut this. This is the length, the maximum length that the plant will get. So they will cut this and let the plant nourish and grow because this is when it stays. It will reduce the strength. So they cut it. So then the plant will nourish and get this big leaves, and it will be for the filler of the cigars. You can see around me all the tobacco, and you can see here they already cut the flower. Just immediately when the flower blooms, they start cutting it and let the tobacco nourish and grow. Thank you.
We are going here where they classify the leaves and remove the vein from the tobacco leaf after they grow them. Go inside. The security. Pictures. Here where they start. That's where I gathered the leaves. You can see they're still wet. Then we cover it like that.
Estamos en el palillo de Samuel Martín, Pedro. Yo voy a ver si puedo estar por allá a las 11 de la mañana.
All on pallets. You can see. See how they are doing it. There we go. They scatter them. And then they put them in a basket for weight. After that they remove. And then the other areas here where they wash, gather leaves on the basin like that. See, they open the water on them. They moisturize them. And here, after they open them from the pallet, they come like that. Every individual one. And you can see it's come like that. Then see the pallet. This is the process. So keep going.
Okay. Yeah, we will get them from the pallet. They look like that. See? All like this. Then they will take it here and water it with water, starting fermentation again. Take you later on. This is the pallet, come. Everything, details, numbers, shows how many times the fermentation, everything in detail of the hatch. After that, they go there. Here, you can see. This is the leaf, the weight, and everything has number and detail of the.
Aquí ya está clasificado, ¿eh?
This is the leaf they come with. After that, we will go there. They will remove the vein. Here, running like this. You can see. She will remove the vein and it will help to classify them. So you see, check the page, remove the middle vein, and all of them here, they are doing the same. Also here, they classify it. Different one here, and this one there. Different on the size, I think, and everything, and on the color also. So they classify different. Like, all the ladies here, they are doing the same. All of them. Removing the middle vein. We'll check other one, the other step, we'll come back to you.
This is another part from the tobaccos after the plantations. We'll show you here. We're going inside. It's sorting. Sorting. That means they will sort the leaves.
Eso es original. ¿Cómo se llama el animal?
Dale, de todas maneras, mi compañero lo hace. De jodido para adelante no vas a pasar. De borracho para adelante no vas a pasar. ¿Eh? Bolo, naranja.
Ahora van a traer más carne, mejor carne. Van a traer mejor.
Thank you.
Gracias.
Lunchtime. This is the last step in the plantation visit, and we are going to lunch. See you later on. Lunch. Enjoying the cuando compré
la de noche.